Hello friends, welcome back to a new video. Today I have a beautiful little build for all of you. So we're starting off against GG Machine, and I know we're on Winter Madness, and I know my opponent is a Zerg, but today I'm going to have the discipline required not to start with a Forge and send a probe across the map and just cannon rush this fool. Instead what we're going to be doing here is going for a beautiful little Glaive build order that I've been playing a little bit as of late. I think it's my favorite Glaive build order that there is currently. I think it's also one of the only Glaive build orders that there currently is. Glaive is not very popular in Protoss versus Zerg because the Stargate is just such a useful tool. And people often think that Stargate is great for the early game, which it is. But I think the main reason why Stargate is so popular is because it's also fantastic for mid-game transitions. It makes playing against Mura significantly easier. You instantly have detection already. And also mid-game pushes are just much easier to hold if you have a flying unit and your opponent has, well, no anti-air whatsoever to speak of. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to go for a 4-gate Glaive. This is also pretty much a gasless opener. Gasless before Nexus at least, and then followed up by a single gas and a cybernetics core. So this allows me to do a couple of things. Once, it allows me to get a really freaking fast cybernetics core, and does allow me to also push across the map quickly with 2 adepts. Now that gives a couple of advantages which you can talk about later. Another advantage that a fast cybernetics core gives you is that it gets you a really quick warp gate as well, which is going to be greatly useful if your limiting factor in a build order, which is what it usually is warp gate timing. So just really something to keep in mind here for all of us. So I've scouted. Now usually I'd send this bad boy home. This time, however, I will not, because I'm not stupid like that. We're just going to keep 2 workers in gas. The reason why I'm not sending a worker home, by the way, is because I would love to actually block this third base if I can. Sometimes you can't because their Ling movement is good, or because they get that third base just in time. And you know what? If that's the case, I'm completely okay with it. Now we're just gonna go home. I like that. I'm actually fine with this. Like I care. Like I rather would have blocked it, but it's not the end of the world. We're not going to add in another adept here. We're actually going to have to build. Oh crap! I accidentally finished that. That was extraordinarily bad for me. Because it adds more stress in my life that I can't really use right now. Because I was busy. I should have been busy macroing. But instead I was busy doing other things. Like, not macroing. Like, what you call it? Controlling these guys. So, I'm just going to go back in again one more time. Oh, this is going horribly, to be honest. So far, this has been one of the worst executions of this build. And I've done it a lot, so... You know... The nice thing is that if you put the bar very low for yourself in the early game, is that the mid game can only positively surprise you. that's definitely what's happening here. Let me tell you, we're actually gonna need to get a pylon here as well, a little bit earlier than usual. Actually, losing both of these workers means that I'm gonna be surprised. This has been a bit of a chaotic opener. Hopefully, we're still gonna be capable of getting a relatively quick setup going for ourselves. So we're just gonna cancel one more worker. Look at that, we have 34 workers, which is a beautiful number. And we're going to send these 5 across the map. This is not something that you generally see when playing these types of Glaive build orders. But I love doing it. I just love sending these across the map ASAP, because it forces out links. And if you're forcing out links, that is a unit you don't want when you're playing against Glaive adepts. So really, you're forcing out units that your opponent doesn't want. They don't know when your Glaives is going to finish up. See, this is the bailing nest. This is going to be the defense. Ooh, this is really bad for him. I think this is actually almost just game over. Like, he's completely confused as to what is going on. He has no clue. We know how delayed his response is going to be here, because we're actively seeing that. And now we have Glaives, and I just don't think there's going to be enough units there to deal with me. Like, I just don't think it's possible. And now he's actually out of position too. So that's going to be double frustrating for our boy here. We're just going to stay on the ramp. If I can actually just straight up win the battle here, or what the hell is going on? Do I actually lose this? I mean, the beautiful thing about this build order is that even when you're losing fights, is that very often you're winning the game. This sounds dumb, And not just because it was spoken by me, but it's because one of the concepts that people sometimes kind of overlook because they're not Zerg players themselves is that Zerg cannot build units and drones at the same time due to their production being tied to the hatchery. So that means... Okay, yeah, this is very good for me, I think. He's gonna continue with this counterattack, isn't he? Does he have a banelings at home? That's gonna be the real question, obviously. Oh, that was not good. So basically what this means is that the moment you're forcing your opponent to continuously produce links, like I have been forcing my opponent here, is that they can often end up in this weird situation where, despite trading well the entire time, is that because they're being outmined so hard that the way that they're trading doesn't actually really matter. And that is the situation that we're looking for here as well. So, like I said, we haven't been trading well. We haven't been, potentially not even been doing a very good job here of trying to trade. Oh, that's bad. I think he's +1 at this point too, huh? He doesn't? And this was a terrible surround here that happened. I think this was genuinely the worst part, the worst fight I've had so far. Don't forget though, I'm still way up in workers, way up in mining. If I don't actually end up losing, I'd say, oh my god, this is an awful warp into. If I don't actually end up losing in like the next, I guess like 35 seconds or so, I'm gonna love this position. He's obviously gonna come out right now with some shenanigans. It's really clear to me that there's also going to be a Baneling bust coming in here momentarily. So ideally we have an Archon to deal with that. The moment we do have an Archon to deal with that, I mean, life's going to be significantly easier immediately. I'm gonna add this thing into the mix. I'm gonna add maybe, can I? This is a painful painful little wall that I created there for myself. Not a good one, for sure. We're gonna get 2 more of these as well into the mix. And we're just gonna kind of continue here with our plan. This didn't really go how I wanted to. A lot of that has to do, by the way, with how poor the early game was for me. Like losing those 2 adepts pretty much for free. It makes it much harder to do anything useful in my mind. Okay, that was beautifully useless as well. Oh, that was well done by me. I don't think he actually wants to fight. Oh, let's see. Okay. Now, with this thing coming out, we have a... This can function as a run by a little bit from now. So we're already gonna send it out. And I probably should get Storm out as well. At some point in the near future. The reason why I need Storm is in case it's Roach. If it is Roach, then Storm is gonna be one of the more useful tools that I can get. If it is not Roach, however, I think Storm is still gonna be a relatively useful tool, if I'm being real honest. I think this is some type of shenanigans. I thought this might be Muta, you know? I have +1 already. I lost my 4th base here, which is obviously very annoying. I really do wonder what this guy is up to. Yeah, this is just good for me as well. There you go. Getting a lot of damage. See if we can get some more of these. So, the main thing when you're playing against... against Ling compositions is that you don't want to lose Archons like I've been doing so far, because Archons they go up in value while Lings go down in value. Same with Banelings really. Let's see if we can get some kills here. He's not getting spores in the right positions, by the way. So there should have been a spore here on the edge, because you need to deny this from happening. You don't want to deal with it as it's happening. Oh my god, you saw that? There was a potential... There was an attempted burrow bait there out of my opponent. So killing that 4th base was actually a really big deal. I appreciate that as well. We're just gonna make sure I have some energy on here. There's obviously going to be stuff coming. You think he once again burrowed them? The queens, that is? I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I never started my charge. Okay, well that's really bad. Because I thought I had it already. Okay, he's really trying his best to get in position and deal with me. Ooh, it's kind of awkward, honestly, right now. I'm not loving the spot that I find myself in. This, however, is bad for him. And he cannot allow himself to go in here, I think. Ooh. That was really poorly done. Because now he's going to lose all of these links, and I hardly lose anything. I don't have any detection in the moment. So it's obvious, like he's so obviously trying to bait me here with bad plays. What was that? Was that Banes? No, it wasn't Banes. I thought it was going to be Banes, to be honest there. We're going to get like a bunch more units out. This is also not good from out of my opponent. Because I think he's actually he's continuously like putting himself into really awkward positions. Ooh, this was a good trade though. He got 3 Archons there. Okay, I take back everything I said. And he has freaking Immortals, or what you call them? Ultras out right now, which is actually extraordinarily bad news for me. Oh well, okay. I did not realize there was going to be freaking Ultras in the mix too. Had I known that Ultras were on the way, I probably would have... Oh, would I have been more aggressive? I don't think so, actually. The reason why I don't think I actually would have been more aggressive is because I didn't... I forgot my charge. It is going to be tough, no? Let's see if we can get some of these Zealots in positions to deal damage. And the main way to deal with Ultras is obviously going to be Immortals. So that's also what we're going to be trying here, right? Yeah, we're getting some fat hits here. Question now is going to be, are these fat hits going to be good enough? I think the answer might just be no. Let's see if we can get in position here with this too. I mean, if he really wants to fight this, that would be a crazy play. See if I can fly through. Hell yeah, I can fly through. Okay, this is also nice. If I can deal with all the links that are coming out and nothing else comes out at this point, I'd actually be pretty over the freaking moon. This upgrade must be phenomenal. These 3-2, even double upgrades here. Okay, this went exactly how I didn't want it to go. This entire game. I thought my early game wasn't too bad, but I think I went a little bit too hard after a while. Like, so this is what I was talking about. It's like, they go very far behind in economy, and if you can continue putting on even just a little bit of pressure, usually life ends up being kind of okay, but I think I lost so many adepts that he wasn't afraid anymore at some point, so I might have just pushed it a little bit too far, and I didn't realize he was stacking as quick as he was behind it in the context of the game. Like, in the context of any other game, this isn't really fast stack, but I think in this game it was relatively quick. And then not having charge, when I could swear that I started it, like together with +2, like I was so certain, and then it never finished up. That really did suck. It made life significantly harder for me. And then from here on out, I think it's just going to be a tough game. Like, he has like 12 bases already, and honestly, he just kind of outplayed me. So shout out to him, and -1 for me. Alright, up next we're playing against a barcode Terran player. Let's see if we have a little bit more success over here. As I've been working hard on my Protoss versus Terran. Let's see if we can make something happen here today. Definitely my favorite matchup right now. We're gonna open up, I think, with 3-gate Blink. I've been loving getting a low ground Twilight Council wall as well. I've also been seeing some Stargate play again, though, as of late. I've been seeing Oracles. I've been seeing Oracles into Twilight. I've been seeing Oracles into, like, Robo play as well, which I'm still not hugely fond of, but you know, a man can learn to appreciate things like that he might not understand. He's just happy that other people are being happy, you know? But like, I can see other people having a good time playing some like Oracle into Colossus stuff, and although it isn't for me, you know, that's fine. It's kind of like watching drill rap, you know? Like, it's not for me. But I understand that maybe if you're 14 and you have brain damage, then it sounds like a good time. So that's kind of what I feel like about 2 Oracle into Robotics into Colossus as well. If you always had the wish to ram your head into a wall at, you know, 30, 45 miles an hour, I can understand that double Oracle into Colossus would also appeal to you. So that's obviously not where we're going to be playing, because I like my hat, like I like my coffee, not rammed into the wall. Okay, we're going to start with an adept here into Chrono. We don't have a Reaper wall, which I wouldn't have regretted if he didn't open up with many Reapers, but he's probably going to open up with many Reapers. This guy plays like a prick. All barcode Terrans play like pricks, don't forget that. Universal rule. That is Terran 101, really. That is Terran 101. We're gonna Chrono Boost this thing as well here. He's just attacking my pylon, hoping to deal some damage. Spoiler, I mean, he's gonna deal damage, but it's gonna heal back up as well. See if he's fast? Oh, he's fast, alright. He is fast, alright. Let's see if we finish this thing. I'm not 100% certain on that quite yet. And then we'll add in a second gateway to here into the mix. We're gonna get the battery here on the low ground. That's the kind of the next step that we've got going on. We can build it in the back, protects this, protects the ramp. Or we can build it in the wall, protects the front a bit more. Yeah, really two options. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is a really nice move. I'm a huge fan of this one. The reason for that is because most of the time batteries aren't quite ready for it. So if you're not ready quite for it, it can hit like a truck, you know? See if we can actually get this guy down a notch. I wonder if this was good for me. Oh, nice. I got a Chrono Boost on there, which I'm starting to seriously appreciate. After not starting my research quite yet. I mean, that sucked. There's really not much else to talk about there except for it sucking. So he's not gonna get this, hopefully. That's a good prediction by me. I did clear his Hellion though, so that's nice. You know, you win some, you lose some. I think overall there would still be, you know, we'd quantify that as a loss. But just because you lose a probe, kill a Hellion and delay your thing, doesn't mean you've lost the game. What did I say again? Lose the battle, win the war. Usually I win the battles and then lose the war. So let's see if this time it's gonna be the other way. Did I swear I built a pylon here earlier. Good Lord, that was a painful little supply block there. Oh. It's gonna be interesting to see what he's gonna do. Spoiler alert. It's going to be Banshee most likely. When I say most likely, it's like I'm 80% sure. It's another nice little supply block this time though. Not a real one. It's not a real supply block. You think he's trying to move out here? Holy crap. That is a messed up move. We should check for barcodes in the Epstein files because this is highly suspicious. Who does that? With 3 stalkers in front of your base? Don't think so, buddy. Buddy? I'm gonna just add some gateways into the mix too. No shot. Is he? Ah, no. There's actually no. Like, there's gonna be 2 Banshees flying into my main base soon, by the way. Oh my god, that was crazy. Does he have... What the hell is he doing? There's no way this is real, right? There's no Banshees. The Banshees were the fake news portion. What the hell is this, though? Can I warp in Zealots or no? I mean, I can warp in Zealots. I'm just not sure if it's going to be super effective. Oh, God. Talent. About as well as you'd expect, actually. Like, extremely poor. If I had like a pylon in the back here, that would have gone much better. I didn't, however, have a pylon in the back, so it went. What a weird freaking build order, dude! I was waiting for these Banshees to show up that never did. This is Beyond again. Beyond, he's had a knack as of late for build orders that to me feel illegal, and then he executes them and I kind of die. Let's see if we can get him again. A little bit of a snipe here. I mean, I felt like I was like mentally ready for everything. I saw the tank, but I was so certain there was going to be Banshee. The moment I see the medevac though, I should have known that this is not going to be Banshee most likely. I can still keep the Observer in my main base. It's like kind of the safe spot. But there is no way in hell I should have kept my Stalkers there. I actually added an extra Stalker in as I saw it, which was a huge mental error. And it made the kiting much harder. I needed a backup pylon at my third base as well, so I could easily warp in. Maybe more Chronos on the Twilight Council too. Now I got Ragnarok, which is Shin. That is, like, this is Shin's old account name. It's not the greatest way to hide yourself. This is like Prince signing himself into hotels under the name Prince. And people are like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, well, he's known as the artist formerly known as Prince. You know, I still feel like people would be capable of making that connection. I'm sure he'd also still be an artist known as Prince. Okay, we're gonna try the exact same build again. Because I am at heart a one-trick pony. One of the most important things in StarCraft 2 is to be different from everyone else. So when the others are playing Stargate, you don't play Stargate. This gateway is extraordinarily late, by the way. Holy crap. That's a real piece of work there, Harstem. You've did it now, let me tell you. You've did it now. We're gonna move this thing in. I love getting 18 workers here so that your chrono boost feels a little bit more worth it. Otherwise you waste like, not half a chrono boost, but at least a little bit of your chrono boost. We're gonna cancel this. Oh my god, this Nexus is also gonna be a bit... let's call this an on-time Nexus, okay? It's practically at the right time. Right place, right time. Here we go. Post core, we're gonna move out onto the map. See if we can get a bit of information. It's just because my gateway is so late, I'm gonna add a second gas here already. One of these extra workers into the mix here too. And one of the most important things I've noticed when you're doing this build is that your early gas mining has to be very high. And your later on gas mining can be kind of low and it's still fine. So I love to go 3-2 initially. And in the moment I start my warp gate, like I don't really have to do much else anymore. And because my core is actually going to be delayed by like 4 seconds or so. We probably could have even delayed our gas mining a bit more earlier already. Still, 205 is extraordinarily fast for, like in any context, as a warp gate timing. So don't get your panties up in a bunch. This is still feeling fine. Absolutely. So the thing is that this adept, because it comes out just a tiny tad earlier, is that sometimes it can confuse the Zerg player. And as a result, they're like if they go for like a 34 hatch, they're often not actually in time with their drone over on this base. Which is like a huge freaking deal if they're not. Oh. Oh, he just barely got there. See, and he has to walk the line as well between... what do you call it? Wait a minute, let me build this stuff. What was I gonna say? He has to walk the line between like trying to keep it safe with his links and, you know, trying to keep it safe with his links and not losing his links. Oh, the step chase like half a second late. Are you serious? This has been a very mediocre game so far. A very mid game, as the kids would say. Gonna go into some slightly more gas. I think we're gonna need our first bit of... Good lord. It's not been my day. Maybe I can escape? Oh. I swear I was shading out, to be honest. I swear that I thought I was shading out. Okay, here we go.
The firstborn shall persevere. Glory to the Daylong.
Okay. This guy is shaded out. Not sure how that happened. I mean, I feel like we're doing an okay job.
Shall persevere.
Despite, like, he built a lot of links early on. And we're going to be capable of kind of abusing that fact.
Glory to the Daylon.
I hope he's done nothing right here. That's my hope deep down. And there's like I said, there's a couple of ways you can follow this up. One way you can actually follow this up is by going double
Born shall
or single Stargate behind this, like a late Stargate, which is actually what we're going to be doing here.
shall persevere.
We're just going to keep warping in more and more adepts. And I actually want to escape with these. I don't want to, you know, send them into their death, because it would be idiotic. So we're just going to get these guys over here.
Yes.
We're going to shade these guys in as well. And I think he's going to attack me right now. I'd be shocked if that's not the case.
Born shall persevere.
And as I said, I would be shocked if that was not the case. We're going to add a second Stargate into the mix here too. So we can get a higher Oracle production going really quick. And maybe we can even do something else. Like into carriers or something along these lines. Or into other stuff. I think that type of stuff is really cool. It's not necessarily the best, but... Ooh, that is intense, isn't it? That is extraordinarily bad for me. So here, for example, if I would have had the...
Persevere.
what was I gonna say? Dark Shrine coming in?
The firstborn shall persevere.
Come on. That's beautiful stuff. No? Okay, that's real nice. Do I have my next dude coming in soon or what? Not really. Okay, maybe we can send these into the natural too right now. Next oracles need to come out soon. Here we go. We can turn this thing on, which obviously gonna be greatly beneficial for me.
Glory to the Daylon.
It's probably gonna try to get in here. Yeah, I thought we saved more workers, to be honest, from a certain death, but maybe that was just only just a dream. It was only just a dream. So we're just gonna scout with an empty oracle, and we probably want to add in some more other stuff. I think we've done a good job here staying alive. Staying alive. So we have an Evo chamber as well into the mix. We're just going to check if there's a forward base or not. Because if there's not, then we're still going to get our own forward base. I think there's going to be a base here. No. Oh, wow. I'm going to go for double robotics facilities here, actually. That might seem kind of crazy, but I think it's the best thing to do. Most likely, there's either going to be Hydra Ling Bane. There's like a... It's definitely a composition that we might need to look out for. Or just Roach Queen stuff, I guess. Like, that's absolutely something we could get to. It's probably going to be Roach Queen stuff now that I see this, huh?
Where shall we march?
Oh, look at you. You think we can kill this or no? He's probably going to try to move out here off of creep. Okay, there's Hydras coming in. That is really cool for him. Less cool for me. I still believe this to be an all-in, by the way. I'm not buying this this joke of an attack that is being mounted right now. You have charge on the way? Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna go Robo Bay. I hate playing Robo Bay, but I think this might be the one time where it's actually permitted. Okay, we have 7 oracles. Let's see if we can do anything useful with them.
An Aerodine has arrived.
I return to serve.
Let's see if I can get in here. That would be sick, obviously.
Let us. You seek guidance.
Is he actually trying to hold this, or? It's really hard to see, or to attack it, sorry, not to hold it. It's really hard to see what is like a genuine attack and what isn't.
We meet our fate.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. 2 more good force fields. Okay, we killed every single worker. I guess the problem now is the fact that there's about 300,000 units on my side of the map as well that I can't really be dealing with. Which does seem to be backfiring a tiny tad. I wonder if I could have held that with more force fields. Felt like we did such a good job for a long time. Look at this. Worker count ends up being 48 to 50. Either if I force field more or I instantly return here while I have 5 immortals or so and I can get near the cannon. I think maybe I can do something with it. This has been an atrocious set of games so far where I feel like I'm getting real close at beating legit opponents, but in the end I get the -11, get the -12, get the -20. So let's try one more time. Alright, up next we're gonna be playing against my 17th favorite Protoss player in the world, also known as Hasu Tiger. This guy is a real piece of work. This guy hasn't played a real game in his life. Well, that's not true. He's played many real games in his life. None of them, though, in StarCraft 2. He always goes for some garbage, and I have to deal with it. You know, it's not a fun time. It legitimately feels like every single time you play against him, you're just waiting for something weird to happen, and then you have to respond with it, and either, you know, you're Googling tall buildings near you after a game, or you feel dumb because you should have won harder. Like, there's actually no winning. Like, it's always a mental loss when you're done with this guy. Like, every single time. I think I'd actually rather lose to like a player that is like decent, you know, and it feel like it was close, like in the previous few games, than that I feel like it got almost close to being a close game against Tiger. Because he just makes you feel like such a moron most of the time. Like, you play against him and you start doubting everything you know. He has a bit of that Haas factor in him, you know? It's probably, I mean, the way that it's looking right now, it just looks like a regular good old proxy to me. But when you're playing against him, there's no such thing as a regular good old proxy. Second pylon even in the main base. It's probably fake. Let's actually count workers. 3 over here, 3 in there. What's that, 15? 3, 3, 15. Where's your workers count then? Or is it 3, 3, 16 now? Oh. This is 3, 3, 16. So there's a worker missing. You see what I mean? Oh, never mind. The worker was there. No, that's the next worker. Is that? Okay, I don't know if I'm guessing. Is he actually just expanding? If he's just expanding, I'm gonna go freaking bonkers. God allemaal. Okay, there we go. He's also getting the... So usually you do this and then you cancel the Stalker to get a fat... Okay, sentry. I think the sentries are both fake. I think it's bait. I don't think there's a nexus. If there is a nexus, it's a fake nexus. If there's no nexus, then that's exactly what I expected. I think there's gonna be a nexus. This guy makes me dumb. Why would he have a battery in there? I just don't understand. Do you think he built a third pylon too? Probably, if you got double unit. See, this is fake. No, it's not. No. See, he's building works. This is Twilight. Okay, he's moving across the map though. which is obviously not allowed. He chrono boosted some freaking Stalker as well, which is also obviously not allowed. You know, leave the chrono boosting to people like me. Gonna send these guys downstairs. We're gonna have much faster Nexus here than him. No, they're serious? I'm not gonna get them. Hey, nice force field, but not really what we were looking for, I guess. Unless he was looking for a very bad fight. Would be a weird thing to be looking for, though. Oh! Okay, well, it does seem like he was looking for a very bad fight. Congratulations. You got just what you wanted, King. There's going to be 2 adepts now coming from the side somewhere, by the way. Like, this is such the... When you do this type of push, you're always going to have a pylon in the mix too. This was bait. That bad Stalker move up was like 100% bait. Classic Harstem bait. There's nothing I love more than Harstem bait. Okay, there was no pylon there. Is he actually just... You think he's moving out? You think that probe was meant to proxy a pylon for his Dark Shrine? Yeah. It is, isn't it? Oh. I got caught. Right in the axe, my friend. That was hurt. I don't think he has a pylon proxied. That's the thing here. So that means that if I get a scout in, I'll see the Dark Shrine. So the way that his build works is that he wants to waste all of my energy with his first... What was that? Probably nothing important. He wants to waste all my sentry energy with his first push, pretty much. And that's what he did. He wasted all my sentry energy, so I can't scout his Dark Shrine. But then I killed so many units, and I'm just too experienced to fall for these nasty tricks. Like, I know what you're doing. Yeah, I know something about you. Where's your Dark Shrine? 1, 2, 3, 6 gate. Oh. Oh, this guy finds a way to surprise me every single day. Ooh. Supply block too. It's actually kind of like bad, I guess I would call this. That means there's going to be a proxy somewhere as well. It's gonna be on this side, right? This supply block is freaking atrocious. Holy crap. That is not feeling good. I got a chrono on this thing. Oh, there we go. Oh. So the main point here for me, or the pointe, as the French would call it, is to not lose the game, keep a healthy mindset, micro my units if I can, and continue worker production. That's really the... Like, this is like the kind of my tenets for now. Oh, look at you. Nice target fire. Like, it's really nice to have good target fire. It's much nicer to have more units though. He's gonna now move towards the top. And while I'm confused and distracted by this gateway, he's going to try to blink into my natural. This is my high level analysis of the situation. GG. Freaking read him like a book. I also read a lot of things that weren't there, but that's the power of suggestion. And he's very good at suggesting things. I actually heard he's always the one in control of the aux cable in the car. Because it's not just suggesting in-game that he's good at. His song suggest... Okay, never mind. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed losing 45 MMR after about 47 minutes of playing. So it's an average of -1 MMR per minute, which is honestly better than most of the days. So shout out to me, shout out to you guys, and I'll see all of you tomorrow for a new video. Keep rolling. What do you guys think of the new room, by the way? It's freaking nice, no? Painted that stuff myself. Hung up the AC myself. No, I didn't. Someone else did that for me. Crazy. Beautiful. What a nice space, Harstem. Your face also looks much better than before. It has to do with the surgery and nothing with the room. Look at that, though. Bam. Freaking color. All right. I'll see you all next time. Love you all equally.